嗨，大家好，我叫 Cici， 我是 Beautiful Mandarin 美丽汉语的老师。今天我要带你们学第一课，你好，你好，嗨，你们好。好，我们先来看，当你和一个人见面的时候，你想说你好，你好。在汉语里，我们有汉字“你好”，我们也有拼音。如果你是初学者 ，if you're a beginner, when you see the 汉字 you probably don't know how to pronounce them. But we're gonna start from 拼音. So when you know 拼音, you know how to read 汉字。好，我们来看一下，当我们学拼音的时候，汉语和英文一样，我们也有元音。我们有1、2、3、4、5、6个元音。我们看一下怎么读。第一个啊啊，你的嘴很大啊。哦哦，你的嘴小了一点儿。一乌吁。好，我们来看，这是你的嘴。当你读这些元音字母的时候，你的嘴是怎么变化的呢？ Please focus on the shape of my mouth, and you will see how to change the shape of your mouth when you read those 6 vowels. 啊、o、一、乌、吁。So actually, you will see your mouth from big to be smaller and smaller. So if you realize how you change the shape of your mouth, it will help you to remember the order of those 6 vowels. It matters. In the future, you will know why we should remember the order of them. 好，那现在我们来试一下，你可以按照口型的大小来排列这6个元音吗？ Let's try if you can put them in the order. So, do you remember which letter? The shape of your mouth is the biggest. 啊，下一个 O、一、乌 and 吁。好，我们再读一遍。啊、o、一、乌、吁。Please remember the order of those 6 vowels. Which one is first? Which one is second? 好，那 let's move on to learn 声母。But first, let's look at the examples. So this is the whole syllable. We have 3 syllables here, which is 你、爸、妈. And you see, in a full syllable, you will have a letter in front, and you will have the other letters behind. So usually, the consonants, we use those letters front. And what about the 元音, the vowels we just learned? Usually, we put them in the behind part of the syllable. 好, so let's start from the beginning. 波、坡、摸、佛. So from how I pronounce them, you probably already noticed they all sound like something. 窝、波、坡、 摸佛 de te ne le. Do you remember this letter? In Chinese, we read it as This is one of the vowels, right? Okay. De te ne le. They all sound like something. De te ne le. Ge ke he. They all sound like something. Ge ke he. Ji qi xi. Remember this letter? We read it as yi. So ji qi xi. They sound like something. Zhi chi shi ri. Zhi chi shi ri. Z c s. You must feel hard. But you see, in those two groups, they look similar. This group with he, but this group, the letter by themselves. So for this group with he, you should lift your tongue. So if this is your tongue, you should do this position. Let's try again. Zhi, chi, shi, ri. For this group, you should flat your tongue. Z, c, s. Z, c, s. The last two. Yi, wu. Yi, wu. Stop here. You must feel, it sounds familiar. Yeah, we just met them. Let's take a look. Yi. We actually have a vowel, one of the vowels. Yi, right? So what's different? For this yi, when we use it in a syllable, we should put it in front. For this yi, it's usually in behind part of the syllable. We call it final. And what about wu? Let's look at this letter. Wu. So this wu and this wu, they sound exactly the same. And the same thing, we use this wu as initial and we use this wu as final. What is the initial and the final? Now, let's take a look. Syllable. In Chinese pinyin, a syllable including initial, final, and the tone. 好，我们看一下。Let's use ni as example. So the first letter, n, will be initial. And the second letter, yi, will be final. In this case, the final with only one letter. But we also have the other syllable. The final part is compound final. That means you will have two letters or maybe more. And the last part of the syllable is tone. Let's take a look at those examples. 你好爸妈 现在我们来看一下声调。声调，很多同学都觉得声调太难了。The tone of Chinese language, very difficult. We all heard of that. But I will tell you, don't focus on how hard it is, because if you focus on how hard it is, you will give up very soon. If you focus on just enjoying your learning, and you will find out the things will be worked out step by step. Just following me. Okay, let's see Total we have 1、2、3、4 4个声调 but we also have a neutral tone. So you can consider we have 5 tones. And I'm using those pictures to let you find the feeling. Like when you find this feeling, it will help you to pronounce the tone. See the first tone. If we consider our voice to have 5 levels, and the first tone will be at the highest level of your voice. And it is flat. It's not going up and it's not going down. Give you an example. It's like when your throat doesn't feel comfortable and you want to go to check the doctor. And what the doctor let you do? Usually they will let you say, ah, ah. So that's the feeling, how you read the first tone. Ah, ah. Let's use this letter to practice full tones. What about the second tone? Like this boy. So second tone, like you have a question. If we practice with this letter, it's gonna be ah, ah. Third tone, like this girl. Well, help please. So with this letter, you're gonna say ah, ah. And take a look at the shape of third tone. This is the only tone. It's a turn. It's not straight. So you start from here, the lower part of your voice, and keep going down to the bottom, and you raise up a little bit, not to the highest point. So, ah, ah. One tip for pronounce this tone is you have to start low. And the last tone will be the fourth tone. The feeling of fourth tone, like you finally understand something. Ah, ah. That's the feeling you should have when you try to pronounce the fourth tone. So if we use this letter, you're gonna say ah, ah. Now let's go back from the first tone. Ah, ah. You're checking the doctor. Ah, ah. You're having a question. Ah, ah. Your help, please. Ah, ah. You finally understand or realize something. Okay, this is my tips to help you how to remember 4 tones. Now, I have a question. From the beginning, we keep repeating a word, which is Nihao. And from here, you will see Ni is third tone, Hao is third tone too. If we read them separately, they're gonna be Ni and Hao. But if we read them as a word, I'll say Ni hao, Ni hao. So, did you find out something? It might be different than what you think. Ni hao. Yes, actually, I didn't really pronounce them as Ni hao. What I'm saying is Ni hao. I changed the tone. Why? Because third tone plus third tone, it's difficult to pronounce them. That's why we have a rule in Chinese language. When third tone meets third tone, we're gonna change the first third tone to be a second tone. That's why you are hearing what I say is Ni hao. Remember this rule. Third tone plus third tone. First one, we read it as second tone. So, Ni hao. Now let's practice with the other examples. I'm not going to say 很好. I will say 很好, 很好. And for this one, 很少, 很少. We still read them as third tone, okay? Remember? We still read them as the third tone, but we pronounce them differently. 我有, 我有. 你有, 你有. Hope you can practice third tone by stop the video here. 好，现在让我们用声调做一个小游戏。Now let's do a game with those tones. See, have you remembered those 4 tones? Let's come over here. 这里我有一些卡片。Remember those pictures? We're gonna match those 4 tones according to the pictures. Okay, so hopefully it's gonna help you to remember the feeling when you pronounce the tones. Now let's match them. First one, well, which tone do you think it should be? I'll say 第三声. Check the doctor. I'll say first tone. It should be the fourth tone. It should be the second tone. Okay, now let's practice 4 tones with this letter. Do you still remember how to read it? This one is Let's practice this letter with 4 tones. Actually, in Chinese means hungry. Okay, now let's put them in the order. 第一声, 第二声, 第三声, 第四声. Let's practice again. We call this sing the 4 tones. Remember this melody. So practice as a song. Do it every day, and you're gonna be familiar with 4 tones. So this is the class for today. Please go checking the other materials I already posted. You will have my presentations and the textbook materials if you purchase the formal video classes. Okay? So see you guys soon.